Hello everybody, in this small tutorial I will show you how to use my Target Site VR project that can be found on Unreal Engine Marketplace. Target Site VR is already here, let's use it. You will need these two actors. Trigger actor, let's place it somewhere. Let's change its size. Let's place a target actor. Click right here. And right here, first activation sounds. Let's use some sound.
I've already been here.
Let's use this one. Now, as you can see, there is a blue line that goes from trigger actor to target actor. It means if the player will step into this volume and look at this direction, activation will happen. Let's see how it works. We are inside of the actor now.
I've already been here.
Activation is working. And let's see what options do we have here. First of all, I want to tell you there's different sounds you can play. Step in sound, this is the sound that will play when the player enters the trigger volume. When player look at the target first time, you will hear this sound. And next, activation sounds. This is the array of the sounds that will be played one after another, randomly or not randomly. Let's look at the useful options we have here. First option is the view tolerance. How precisely players should look at the target for activation. Let's make it like 5. Let's see what will happen. You can hear no sound because we have to look exactly at the target.
I've already been here.
This is how it works. Let's make it 10. Random sound on next activation. These options. If you will use these options, let's add some next activation sounds first. Let's use 3 sound.
The sky is blue.
Okay.
No red box here.
Okay, and
the sun is shining.
Wonderful. And see this next activation delay. After the first activation, the player, if he will enter this area, he will have to wait for 30 seconds before he can activate the sound again. Let's make it 5 seconds. And because we have these options on, after the first activation, you will be able to hear one of these sounds. They will play randomly and they will play loop. Let's see how it works.
I've already been here.
This was the first activation. Let's wait for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The sun is shining.
Wonderful. We will have to wait for the next activation for 5 seconds.
No red box here.
Okay, let's hear.
The sun is shining.
Oh yeah. Again.
The sky is blue.
Wonderful. So this is how it works. Next, activation delay. Activation delay, this is delay for the first activation. Let's see how it's working. Let's delete this one. No, next sound activation, just first activation. Let's use 2 seconds. We actually looking at the target, but the sound will play only if we will look at the target for 2 seconds.
I've already been here.
So you can add a small delay before the sound. Ignore first activation. If you will use this option, then this sound will be ignored, and instead of that you will hear next sounds, just like if the player already been here and already activated this trigger once. Next activation loop. If the random sound on activation is active, then these sounds will play looped, but randomly, right? If you will turn this off and turn this on, then the sounds will play one after another. We'll hear 0, 1, 2, and 0 again, and so on. Now we talked about useful options, the basic options. What else this product can give you? You can turn this actor off, right? And nothing will happen if you will look at the target. This one is still active, but you can have multiple trigger actors. Let's add another one, change its size a little bit. Okay, and choose different target, and click, and choose the sound for the first activation.
Looks like it. A long way ahead.
Let's use this one and turn this actor off. But let's go to the first actor, trigger actor, and let's activate after activation. Let's use this array. You can see this green line. It means after the first activation of this trigger, this one will be activated. How does it work? How will it work? Let's see. If we will enter second trigger and look at the target, nothing is happening. But if we will first enter this one, wait for 2
I've
seconds.
already been here.
We waited for 2 seconds, activation happened, and now if we will enter
A
here,
long way ahead.
we can hear the sound from second actor, from the second trigger actor. You can connect these actors together. For instance, you can make this actor to deactivate the first one. Let's choose different options for this one. First of all, I don't want it to delay so much, like 75 seconds. Next activation like 2 seconds, and add some sounds. Sorry.
Looks like it.
Looks like it, yeah. And it's huge, and I came from there. And activation loop. Let's see what will happen. First of all, when we after look for this target, this trigger volume will be activated, and if we will activate the first sound on this trigger will turn off this one. Let's see. Nothing happening, right? First activation.
I've already been here.
Wonderful, wonderful. And if we will enter this area again, we will hear
Looks like it.
one of the random sounds.
It's huge.
Yeah, but now if we will enter the second trigger volume and
A
activate it,
long way ahead.
this trigger deactivated this one. So there is no sound. The last two things I want to tell you is that you can don't be afraid to put one actor inside of another trigger actor. That's okay, it will work fine. And finally, when activation occurs, you can bind your own events to it. Let's look at level blueprint. Let's choose actor and drop it right here, and let's bind. You can see first bind event to first activation, next activation, and step in activation. Let's use next. Let's use next activation. Let's bind something to it. Add event, next activation, print. We call it next. Okay, let's play.
I've already been here. I came from there.
This is the next activation. So the first time we enter, we didn't bind to this event.
I've already been here.
Nothing happened. But when we enter this area again, second trigger,
Looks like it.
it's working. That's it. So you can bind your own events. You can connect these actors together, activate one, deactivate the other. You can use different sounds, use all these options. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can comment this video, or probably you have my email address. Feel free to ask. Thank you, and see you soon.